do you think the anger comes from? And my birth mother wasn't in the picture either. So, oh my God, when I became a mom, and
Whew.
then those babies came. And then when my eldest turned 2,
Mm,
so I've been struggling with reliving that trauma so much,
yeah.
right? Because before the logic made sense. And then here's little guy, right? How could you give that up, right? It would just show up again and again and again. But then I was always being met with, because you're not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
So it was this constant, you're not enough, you're not enough, you're not enough. And that's
Mm-hmm.
why. And so in order to prove my worth, I would, you know, I mean, where do I not have all A's? I have to prove, I need tangible proof
Yeah.
that I'm worthy.
Yeah.
And that tangible proof was not just my grades. But yeah, it was if I didn't have makeup on, because I'm South Asian, right? Blue
Dominant.
and the purple, it just shows up as if like I'm sickly.
Yeah.
Go do so. It's again, you're showing up in a way that's not acceptable. And because I struggled with the depression and the PTSD on top of it, it was like, oh shit, is chaotic and stormy seas all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But now the outside is starting to show, like, in everything had to be organized, everything had to be clean. But no, every week I had all these things, and I was like, it's not sanitary. First of
Yeah.
all, oh my God, he's crawling, and now he, like, there's
Yeah.
fur and
The
dust,
whole.
and so it needed to be vacuumed multiple times a day, kind of thing. It
Mm-hmm.
was almost OCD.
Mm-hmm.
um but then there was the overcompensation,
Yeah.
because all of this is overcompensation, because then I also didn't have the help on the other end.
Mm-hmm.
So they just had to tune out the bitching and moaning about.
Yeah.
I remember this was before my youngest was born. My eldest was a year and a half, and he got the bird flu. My mom went out of the country, came back home, wanted to see us. She was like sniffly and congested and everything, but they always are. 2 days later, my eldest was in the emergency room, and at the time I was the only one taking him to the emergency room and sitting there and crying and all. And he was like, he didn't sleep through the night. It was just one thing after another with him anyways.
Yeah.
So I was just like, here I am again. And they said it was the bird flu. Try to keep him hydrated and cold compress, right?
Oof.
They were like, within
That's
7 days
so
it'll be over.
crazy.
Well, they were like, within 7 days. So I had a marker, right? Stick it out till 7 days. So at the 7 days, he still had like 103 fever. And at no time did the fever break, right? And I remember so vividly, I was standing at the kitchen sink, and my son's asleep, and my ex was there, and I'm cleaning, right? I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if I can keep doing this. And then I started crying. And whenever I cry, it freaks everybody out. Because
The
so then I'm like breaking down, and he goes, you can't cry. You need to be strong. I was like,
Wow.
okay.
Mm.
And some of my friends were like that, except for my best friends, where they'd let me be all snotty and sobbing and whatever in a corner in a closet somewhere, and that's fine. And I took that as, you don't get to be weak, you don't get to have fears, you don't get to
Mm-hmm.
show emotion, you don't get to show any cracks in the facade at all. Because when I had the second one, I had health complications, he had health complications, and he was losing weight. And then my ex would say things like, I mean, maybe it's you, maybe he's feeling your anxiety and that's why he won't drink the milk.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
So then again, my children are suffering because of me. So it's just never been in a position where I just get to be human. I don't
Yeah.
get to be a human being.
Right.
So where do you think the anger comes from?